The medical system is the single most impressive business system ever created to make money. It's mind-blowingly successful to the tune of several $trillion every year. And it's fantastically evil. I'm writing this on Halloween, so it's very fitting. Now, I know that not everyone reading or watching agrees with me yet. So let me give you some examples of exactly how the medical system gets you to forget what's really important in your health and gets you to focus on something far less important so that they can sell you something. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Wangen, the founder and medical director of the IBS Treatment Center. So much of healthcare is a scam, and one part of many that particularly bothers me is the confusion that they create when it comes to knowing what is a symptom and what is a cause. Now let's test your knowledge on that. Is IBS a symptom or a cause? Is fatigue a symptom or a cause? What about joint pain, for example, or headaches, or Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis? How about slow gut motility? How about gastroparesis? Every single one of those and hundreds of other conditions are symptoms. They are not causes. But many of you believe that at least some of these are causes. And that's not your fault, but they aren't. You believe that they are causes because you've been told by people and websites and books that everyone respects that they are causes. Experts, right? Experts have told you that a condition or a syndrome or a disease that is causing all of your problems is a cause. And I encourage you to ask yourself, what caused that condition or disease or syndrome? Because it's not just genetics, except in really, really rare cases. There is always a cause. So let me give you a more specific example so I can make my point, and I think you'll find this really interesting. I've seen a lot of people who have chronic constipation. And when that happens, doctors often like to take an x-ray of their abdomen. And you know what they find on the x-ray? They find stool backed up in their colon. And then they point to the x-ray, literally this is what they do, and they tell the patient, see, that's your problem. You have too much stool backed up in your colon. You just need to clear it out. Here, take this, right? And then they write them a prescription for something or just tell them what to go get. Now, does that sound reasonable? Maybe on the surface it does, but I'm going to get you to think about it a little deeper than that, because or maybe you already know where I'm going with this. So when I look at a patient, when they say that, when they tell me that, I look at them and they come to me right with that information to tell me that story about having an x-ray and they've got stool backed up in their colon, and I say, of course you have stool backed up in your colon. That's literally what constipation is. You're constipated. We already all know that there's stool backed up in your colon. We don't even need an x-ray. I would have literally bet my entire life savings, my existence, everything, that there was going to be stool backed up in your colon. Because it has to be stool backed up in your colon. Where else would it be? So you haven't had a bowel movement for days. So of course that's what's going on. There's stool backed up in your colon. And the doctor sold their symptoms right back to them as the cause of their problem. And this happens all the time, literally every day in every doctor's office. That is not a cause. That is a symptom. The cause is the thing that is leading to the stool being backed up in their colon. That's what we need to figure out, and that's one of the things that we help people do at the IBS Treatment Center. So let's talk about some others. IBS also isn't a cause. I've read at least 1,000 times and doctors are looking for a cure for IBS. And you know what? They are never, ever going to find it. Never. I'm 100% confident about that, because not only is IBS not a cause for digestive symptoms, it's not even a single symptom, right? IBS is literally just a broad label to cover a large group of digestive symptoms. And it's a diagnosis that's used when doctors are clueless about what to do with those symptoms. So they group it under IBS. And that group of symptoms has hundreds of causes. So no one's going to find the cause for IBS or even a couple causes. And I know that there are hundreds of causes for a fact because every day we help people with IBS find the cause of their symptoms. And it's different all the time, all day long. No researcher is ever going to find the one cause for IBS. It's just simply impossible. It's never going to happen. But they're going to keep trying because there's money to be made. And so there are drugs that are going to be sold for IBS that aren't actually going to solve the cause, right? They're not going to treat the cause. They're going to treat symptoms, or at least a couple of the symptoms of IBS. Now, the symptoms, we know the symptoms are that we're treating the cause, and that the cause is the cause because their symptoms go away when we do it. And that's what happens when the cause is eliminated. And get this, usually a lot of other issues that are not just the thing we were trying to treat get better too, because when you focus on health and you treat causes, you see improvement in your entire health, not just in one symptom. And so that's how you know when you're treating the cause and not just the symptom. You no longer have to think about the symptoms anymore. You don't have to treat them because they're gone. So I want to encourage you, no matter what chronic disease or syndrome or condition that you're suffering from, always question whether or not you're working on the symptom or you're working on the cause. And if you're taking a drug that you have to take where the symptom is going to come back, then you're probably not addressing the cause. And that goes for pain medication too. All right, one last thought. Causes are finite, but new medical conditions are infinite. The medical system will continue to keep coming up with new conditions for as long as there is money to be made selling the condition to you. And I'll leave it at that for today. I hope that this video gave you some food for thought, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more valuable information about your health. And if you need help with IBS, give us a call at the IBS Treatment Center. We work with people around the world via telemedicine, and we'd be very happy to work with you too. I hope that you have a wonderful day.